It's high time we discussed our options together. The situation is quite delicate. Not acting preemptively incurs certain military risks, while acting preemptively comes with known consequences, namely damaging our relationship with America.
I've said it numerous times. According to intelligence, there will be no war. If we needlessly mobilize, as with the white-blue alert, it will be another fiasco. We'll waste millions.
I think we should consider the possibility that the Arabs are actually up to something this time. We should prepare for the worst.
I agree with Elazar that we should prepare, but I also don't want to needlessly mobilize. We can't just pull our people out of the workforce. Mobilization has economic consequences.
My point exactly. The Arabs are waging a new kind of conflict, an economic war. They want us to mobilize unnecessarily and wear down our economy. They did this in May, and they're doing it again.
Commander, may I? What about preemption? If we mobilize and attack first, we make sure that we actually use our finances with a clear purpose. What would be our objectives if we attacked preemptively? How far can we push? Can we use operations Sagger and Dugman?
Well, the political justification would be to prevent an imminent attack. As for the objective, to postpone another war with the Arabs for several years. That would teach them a lesson.
To truly teach them a lesson, we would need to cause major losses to their forces like in 1967. Only that would stop them from attacking us in the near future.
The problem is that we lack solid evidence of an attack. In 1967, it was clear that an Arab offensive was imminent, and we could justify our decision to act preemptively. The current situation is much different. But if we do preempt, whom should we attack? Syria and Egypt at the same time? Perhaps attacking one will deter the other.
If we preemptively attack both, there will be 20 divisions combined between Egypt and Syria to deal with. If other Arab countries and their Soviet allies join, that number may reach 30. We would have a hard time destroying such forces quickly. They would suffer, but so would we. They could even attack us back.
In my opinion, we should attack only Egypt. If we manage to hurt them bad enough, the Syrians won't even think about going to war.
Syria is the weaker of the two opponents, and the Golan is close to our population centers. If they strike first, civilian massacres can start. I say we focus on Syria. Unlike the Golan, we have strategic depth in the Sinai. We can deal with the Egyptians once we knock the Syrians out.
The Arabs have developed effective air defenses, like the SAMs, which could be an issue. The only way to decisively destroy those would be to commence operations Sagger and Dugman, which were designed for a preemptive attack. Transferring our ground forces between fronts could be problematic. We would need to time things right or split them evenly.
I'll just keep reminding all of you that if we preempt, the Americans clearly said they wouldn't help us in any way. Maybe we should stick to mobilization only. Then, in case of an attack, we would be ready to defend our borders.
As I said before, I agree that we should prepare, but I don't want to strain our economy. We need to be careful, whatever we decide.
Yes, and if we do mobilize, I suggest using the strategic depth of Sinai as our means of defense. It should be more effective than relying on the static Bar-Lev line to protect our territory.
Why won't anyone listen to me? This isn't or won't be an open conflict. The Arabs are in no way ready for an attack. It's an economic war. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Einstein said that. His quote is getting all too relevant in our high command.
Calm down, Zira. We've heard you. And we're all familiar with the concept. I think we all have the information we need to make a decision.
What are we going to do?
Keep your nerves in check, Diane. We need to remain calm, find out just...
Diane, our soldiers are well-trained and well-equipped. The IDF will prevail.
The source is a liar. He gave us the wrong time of H hour. He said it's going to be 1800 hours.
I agree, Commander. Zaira misled us with his blind trust in the concept.
It was not blind trust. All intel pointed out that the concept is...
Rami Luns, the chief of naval intelligence, suspected that the Arabs could try to backstab us. I will brief you on our situation once I learn more.
You and your military theories, Zaira. Well, they call the IAF...
I need to visit the front lines. I need...
Yes. Let's find out everything we can and get back to the commander once we have solid information.
I'm afraid only time will tell, Commander. We're having a difficult time holding on to the entire Purple Line in Golan.
Our troops are sparse and we're uncertain that we can withstand the Syrian attack.
Keep in mind the strategic importance of the Golan Heights. We remember how it used to be before 1967, when Golan was in Syrian hands. All Israeli citizens in the Galilee region suffered greatly. If we lose now, we will go back to that situation.
The initial Syrian artillery fire was not very successful, but the Purple Line is covered in smoke and brush fires from their intense bombardment. Due to gaps in our defenses, the second wave of Syrians are breaking through. The Syrian units are larger in numbers and better equipped than the IDF.
Can we help in any other way, Commander?
The entire Golan overlooks our cities in the Galilee region. The entire region is important, and if possible, I recommend we are mobilizing additional troops and will send them immediately to reinforce the Purple Line. I pray we won't need to decide differently in the near future.
I'm afraid you've made a mistake, Commander.
I bet you'll be surprised at what our intelligence intercepted. Just listen.
Yamani, I promised Sadat we would use our black gold as a weapon against the West. Be prepared to fulfill our promise.
Yes, any country that even suggests supporting Israel will feel the wrath of the Saudi oil weapon. But we must be careful. I want to help Sadat without compromising our relationship with Aramco.
You will find a solution, Yamani. That's what...
Did you hear that? They're all colluding. I heard signals about some secret Arab meeting in Kuwait. They're always up to something. These reports turned out to be truthful and serious. I'm afraid to think of the impact an oil embargo would have on our allies. The United States would be sure to put its own needs before ours.